on Fox 12 Oregon.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on the 10 o'clock news. I'm Bridget Chavez. First on Fox tonight, the latest developments in Ukraine. The Ukrainian government now says more than 2,000 civilians have been killed since Russia began its invasion of Ukraine last week. And take a look at this brand new video right there on your screen, just into our newsroom. It shows firefighters battling flames and searching for survivors. Authorities say a Russian airstrike hit a town about 85 miles west of Kiev. Officials say 10 buildings are damaged, 2 people have been killed, and 3 others have been hurt. And all new tonight, we're checking back in with a Salem man whose family is in the Kherson area of Ukraine. CNN is reporting that it appears Russia has taken the city. His dad is sheltering at home while his brother has joined volunteers to fight. Alex, who only wants to use his first name to help protect them, tells us it's an hour-by-hour situation. His dad is rationing food and doesn't have any natural gas or heat. He's sleeping with a shotgun to help protect himself. Alex says Russian soldiers are looting houses and stores because they're also running out of supplies. He is working on getting his dad out of Ukraine, either to another European country or eventually here to Oregon. But it's difficult to start that process right now.
He doesn't want to leave it so much.
Meantime, his brother has joined the fight against the Russian forces as a volunteer.
His words, and they're ready to go.
Alex says he's trying to focus on the positives, like seeing all of the international support for his country and hearing the stories of neighbors helping neighbors back home.
Putin's on their economy.
President Biden just delivered his first State of the Union address. As you just heard, the U.S. is now banning Russian aircraft from its airspace. And President Biden also announced the Department of Justice is assembling a task force to go after the crimes of Russian oligarchs. During his speech, the president tried to reassure Americans who are feeling anxious about the war in Ukraine. For Fox 12, Wayne Garcia reports.
With our allies.
And our coverage of the war in Ukraine is just getting started here on Fox 12. Coming up at 10:30, a local food car owner from Ukraine reflects on the war tearing through his home country. Today, we saw another deadly shooting in Portland. This one happened in broad daylight near a popular park. We know one person died. Police say it happened on North Stanton Street and Williams Avenue, right next to Dawson Park. Police haven't released any information about the victim or about the suspect. Officials tell us this is the 19th homicide this year. January and February each had 9. And some early findings show a pilot project in southeast Portland seems to be working to deter gun violence. And a big part of that change is slowing down traffic. Fox 12's Audrey Wheel explains what's been done before, what's to come, and how people in the neighborhood feel about it.
Mental design.
Fox 12's Most Wanted was caught on camera stealing packages and rummaging through cars around Lake Oswego. Now police need your help finding them. Fox 12's Drew Marine joins us live from Lake Oswego after speaking with one of the victims.
Porch pirate.
A little violated.
Turning now to tonight's weather news, record rainfall in Washington triggered landslides in the Puget Sound area. This is video out of Auburn, and you can see that landslide has covered that entire stretch of roadway. And now it's time to take an early look at our forecast with Fox 12's Drew Reeves. Drew, I know you got a run coming up tonight. Is it going to be a wet one for you? The city of Portland has fired the former Portland Police Union president for leaking false information, leaking a city commissioner to a hit and run. Today, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler announced that Officer Brian Hunziker has been fired. The investigation found that Hunziker leaked information to a reporter, falsely accusing Commissioner Joanne Hardesty of a hit-and-run crash. A driver had told police it was Hardesty who hit her, but it was later proven that she was not involved. Hunziker then resigned as president and apologized for the statements. The mayor now says Hunziker's actions harmed Commissioner Hardesty and the community's trust, also saying the officer's actions amounted to retaliation against a member of city council due to her prior criticisms of the police bureau. The police union released a statement saying the firing is a step too far. Tonight, we're hearing from a local mother who says another woman tried to walk away with her toddler in his stroller. It all happened in the OMSI parking lot last Wednesday. Fox 12's Connor McCarthy reports from Southeast Portland after talking with that mom tonight.
A day at the museum.
But also kind of proud that he had the instinct to get out of there.
Kayla says she did file a police report and was going to press charges, but she claims the suspect was released by police because there wasn't sufficient evidence. Fox 12's reached out to Portland police today about this case, but we're told the investigator is off today, so the Bureau couldn't provide us with that information. As soon as we hear back, we'll let you know. In tonight's weather news, a landslide has closed parts of Northwest Thompson Road in Northwest Portland. Take a look at this. PBOT said the closure is between Skyline Boulevard and Northwest Miller Road at Bartholomew Drive. They say engineers are assessing the slide and will figure out what to do next. There's no word on how long that closure will last. And let's take a live look outside right now from our Portland Timbers camera. It is a very wet day once again. And Drew Reeves is back with us to give us an update on the forecast. Drew? A local food car owner with ties to Ukraine shares his fears and frustrations, what he's hoping for as his family waits, stuck in the middle of chaos overseas. And COVID put a damper on a lot of celebrations the past 2 years, so you better believe Mardi Gras this year is extra exciting. We'll take you to New Orleans for a look at the festivities. Bad news for baseball fans. The opening day of Major League Baseball has been canceled thanks to a lockout. The league commissioner announced that opening day set for March 31st won't happen as talks began to break down. The league says they made a best and final offer to the Players Association today, which they rejected. The two sides have been negotiating for 9 days and no further talks are scheduled as of now. And the streets of New Orleans are starting to quiet down a bit, but they were filled with dancers, musicians, parade floats, things we have not seen the last couple of years as the city celebrates Mardi Gras. And our crews went out tonight to our very own Mardi Gras celebration right here in Portland. The Grand Marshal led the parade on Mississippi Avenue tonight. As you can see, it looks like a lot of fun out there. You gotta see it tonight. A new indoor tourist attraction is opening up in New York City later this week. It gives visitors a bird's eye view of some of the city's biggest landmarks. It's called Rise NY, and it's located just off Times Square in Manhattan's Theater District. Here's how it works. You strap yourself into a row of seats, just like an amusement park. Then you're lifted 30 feet into the air for a simulated ride through New York City's skyline. It's made possible by a 180-degree, 40-foot projection dome.
But you fly through a pouring down.
Tickets range from $24 to $40. And coming up, a shocking video of disaster at a house party. Dozens of people are hurt after the floor suddenly gave way. We're hearing from investigators about what went wrong. But first, all that's left of this home is the foundation. Find out what happened just moments before the explosion that saved everyone's life who was inside. You don't want to miss it after Weather with Drew.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news.